In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to find your next profitable product for your online arbitrage business. But if you're brand new to our channel, my name's Warner from SellerAmp, and it's our goal with the channel to equip you with the tools and the knowledge that you need to go out and crush selling on Amazon. And so we're going to go ahead and break down one of my absolute favorite ways to source profitable products in my 7-figure Amazon business. And it's honestly a very good way for beginners to find their first product as well. So instead of beating around the bush, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So I'm actually going to go ahead and show off 2 different ways that you can probably go out and find good products to sell in your Amazon business. So I like to start out from products like this. In this case, it's an Ulta branded product. You can also start from Great Value or Nike or any brand that you think that is going to be sold by arbitrage sellers. So what I mean by arbitrage sellers is people buying from Walmart or Ulta and all those different sites and selling on Amazon. And the reason for that is as we're jumping into this listing here, anyone who's buying this product has to be buying it from Ulta, right? And it's reasonable that other products they sell are also going to be purchased from Ulta, and we might be able to kind of reverse engineer it a little bit, right? And so this is called reverse sourcing. It's probably the best, most beginner friendly way to source products, because basically all you're doing is looking at products. Let's jump in here. So this seller right here, they've got about 200 feedback. They're selling this item from Ulta, so they're almost definitely doing, some kind of online arbitrage, right? So we can jump into their storefront, and right away we can start seeing what brands they're selling. So if you're a brand new seller, try to take notes of these brands, right? In this case, it doesn't seem like they're super heavily focused on any particular brand in here, but we can still learn, Shrinky Dinks might be something to look into, right? I think I remember that from like a childhood or something like that. But yeah, lots of brands to jump into here. Sometimes you'll see sellers who are really focused on certain brands, and you can kind of be aware, oh, I remember seeing that brand on sale somewhere else. And you can kind of, cross-reference that information a little bit, right? Don't want to overwhelm you. The easiest thing to do is just to jump into these storefronts. So this guy right here, we chose him because he's selling an Ulta branded product. So it's reasonable that other stuff we might be able to find somewhere else on the internet, right? So from here, our job is just to go down this list and see if we can figure out where they bought it from. So right here, we got this Milwaukee battery pack. Don't know if I've ever sold anything like this. Don't really know much about it, but let's see if we can find it, right? So right away, the buy box is at $62. So this is the price that it's actually sold for on the listing right now. It's like that's the price that the current storefront's trying to sell it for. And then this max cost right here is based on the buy box. So we need to find this item for like $34 or below. So on first impression here, I see this selling it for 36. I see them for 60 over here. They're pretty expensive there. Let's see. Just gotta jump in here, see if you might be able to find some different opportunities that might be close, like $35. Seems like a lot of people selling this battery for like $36 or so. You can also use like the Google Shopping tab. It can be a little bit helpful as well. And as always, like make sure you're using the Google button with SellerAmp here. It's gonna punch in that exact product title for you into Google, so you can see right away if you might have a good spot for it or not. So we can jump in here. So this does look probably like it's the same thing. We'd have to really dig into the details here. Make sure you're like paying attention to the sides, like all that kind of stuff. Especially like a battery type product, you want to make sure that lines up. Another thing you have to think about with batteries is that it's hazmat. Usually it's hazmat at least. So in this case, like if you're a brand new seller, it's going to be a little bit of extra work for you to send this in. But right here we can get them for 35. Seems like over here all we have to do is sell them for 67 or so. SellerAmp will also tell you if this is a hazmat product. So when we check out this particular product here, we can see that right here on the alerts panel, it's telling us that yes, this is in the dangerous goods program. So if you're a brand new seller, probably don't want to start with a product like this. It requires a little bit of extra work to do the hazmat program, but right away you can see if you're hazmat approved, there's somewhat profitable product. I'm assuming all that lines up, and it might even be a little bit different. I see red lithium. Let's see, I don't see it over there, so it might be a little bit different actually. And that's kind of the that's the challenge of OA, right? It looks like this is kind of like an off-brand or something like that. I just noticed there. So yeah, it seems like the authentic ones might be going for like 60, something like that. So in this case, you'd probably be looking for a coupon or something along those lines, right? But all that to say, like right away, we're still learning like the types of products people are having success with, right? Is these Milwaukee tools right here. So next time I see Milwaukee tools on sale, I might kind of put that back in mind and see if I can find something profitable based on that. Scrolling through this storefront further here, we can see Amazon's on the listing, so we could pretty easily skip that. Amazon doesn't usually share sales with us as third-party sellers. Okay, let's see, we got this Bath and Body Works fresh and bright hand soaps. So we need to put 5 of these in a bag, and we need to buy them for less than $13. So this would be kind of a pain to prep. I'm seeing a lot of like $7.50. You could probably get these on like the right sale, but these would be kind of a pain to prep. I would probably skip over those just for that reason. Let's see this Lakeside collection. So we need to buy this little Easter wreath for less than 13. Let's see what's he selling for over here. So Easter wreath collection. It's a little bit hard to find. So it could be this guy right here. So Cottontail Bunny wreath. It looks like it's sold out right now, but it was $16.99. So somewhat close to profitable there. And as we're going through these storefronts, like a lot of times you can tell if it's going to be worth your while within the first, 5, 10, 15 products if you really want to push it. Obviously, the only way for you to know when a store is good and when it's not is for you to keep practicing and keep trying these skills. So like right here, I see this and I see our max cost to be $3.44. That's the type of product that you'd probably just be able to skip through after a little bit of experience on Amazon. So, just thinking about, can I buy this, this Star Wars branded remote control toy for less than $4? Probably not. It seems like over here, like, a stuffed animal by itself is $6. This looks like this actually is the toy. It's from Five Below maybe. So it looks like it's $5. And that is actually it's a pretty good deal for a little toy there, but not quite profitable for us. So same story here. I bet this is that same deal. So we didn't want to be picking those up for $5 as our max cost. It is not in this case. So that is a pretty easy skip. So this guy right here, another thing that you can use within this reverse searching feature here is looking at the Keepa graphs over here. So you can see this orange line. This is tracking the FBA price over time. So that's what third-party sellers using Amazon's warehouse are selling it for. And we can see as a kind of a general trend, that orange line has been decreasing recently, which means there's probably a good uptick of sellers, or the price is going down. Just either way, you don't want to be hopping on a listing where the price is actively decreasing, right? It's just not a good thing for your long-term profitability. We could check out something like these. These stick out a little bit more to me. So we need to be buying these for $39. Number 7 had some IP complaint stuff come up recently, so might want to be a little bit careful, but we can see it seems like here it is at Walgreens for $45. So if the right coupon rolled around, and there might even be a coupon on this type of stuff right now, it's health and wellness, is probably like beauty, but if the right beauty coupon rolled around, this could be something worth checking out if we want these for $39. Gotta be careful with this brand. They've IP'd a little bit recently, so I wouldn't dig too much deeper there, but that's something, again, it's pretty close to profit, right? So all we need is a coupon to roll around, and sites like Walgreens run coupons all the time. So it's just kind of recording that note to yourself. Next time you see that Walgreens coupon roll around, you return to it and then make some money there. So we can also check out this. So it's got 5 offers currently. We need to pick it up for $60. In my opinion, it seems like the type of thing we might be able to pick up for $60. Probably gonna be a little bit hard to find if I had to guess, just based on how many Cuisinart 17 knife sets I have to imagine there are. This could be one of them. Seems like that actually is the same set, but we're looking for a little bit lower cost than that. So let's see, do they have it from their own site? Looks like kind of a black and white color. Google Shopping is probably a good thing to check out here. Just really want to see if we can find that same. So it's that same color pattern there. Just going through here. So another eBay seller. Seems like maybe they discontinued this or something like that, where it's hard to find that original knife block in stock. Seems like it might be all resellers right now. So as you're going through these storefronts, make sure you're just keeping mental notes of these brands. So let's check this out. So $6.20, this Mael brand. We need to be buying it for about $6.20. Seems like Sally Beauty might have it. Their own website might have it. Here's another beauty supply site that might have it. On these sites, just check for coupons. You can also check things like Capital One Shopping for some discount codes and all that. See if any of these, see if they say 10 off 100 or anything like that. That might be a 10% code, something like that, right? So I'm not seeing too much there. Not seeing much in the way of coupons. So here's save 30% site wide up here. We needed to buy those for $6. After that 30% code, we'd be at $7. So once again, very close, but not quite. Maybe you can stack it with subscribe and save. Put that code on. Cancel the subscribe and save, but the website probably wouldn't let your orders go through for very long if you were doing that. But yeah, so we're finding some new brands, finding the types of products that we're interested in selling as Amazon sellers, right? We're not going to load up a store and find amazing products within 5 minutes, especially as a beginner seller. And it's all about pushing through that early learning curve, right? So I also wanted to show you a different way to source. So if let's say you really want to source a specific brand, so like I noticed today there is a decent sale on Adidas.com on a lot of shoes, hoodies, that kind of stuff. When I'm recording, we're kind of changing seasons a little bit, so you'll find a lot of hoodies and pants and that kind of stuff on sale right now. So that was reverse sourcing that we just looked through, right? So going to somebody's storefront, learning all the brands they're selling, see if I can find that product on a different website after coupons, all that kind of stuff, cheap enough for me to make profit. This is called manual sourcing. So we're going directly to the website and we can just kind of rip through here, keeping in mind that a lot of this stuff is 50% off. And then there's also a 30% code we can take advantage of. There's extra 30% off going on here. Maybe it's still active if you're watching this video, go try it out. So we're getting an extra 30% on top of everything that's already on sale here. I like to use SellerAmp to kind of speed up how fast I might source here. So I just want to go through here and start opening up things that seem like they might sell relatively quickly on Amazon, right? So this right here seems like all blue joggers, and my gut instincts tell me they're probably not selling very well. At least on Amazon, it's kind of a weirder type item. These aren't even animal print. I would probably just skip those, honestly. Something like this is a little bit more interesting though, and we can use SellerAmp to kind of speed that up. So what I do is I'll copy the whole title here, then SAS search it. So I right click SAS search, and then then over here, it's going to automatically punch that title in. And basically what this is doing is it's plugging that title into Amazon. And this is the exact search results you'd get over on Amazon, except you can do it all on one page. So it kind of saves you a little bit of time when you're trying to compare different items and all that. So we're looking at the women's soccer tiro pants. So we might even just add women's soccer, see if there's a difference. The bare minimum here is, we need that to be the women's model. It's pulling up a lot of men's by default there. So from here, I'll just be opening up a lot of these Amazon listings, see which one we might have, comparing that to the item. So over here, which one do we have? So it's kind of got like a grayish stripe up at the top. Does this one have that grayish stripe? Doesn't seem like it. Let me see. Let's get a little bit more information going on here. Sometimes it might also even say in like the model numbers or something like that, if it has the UPCs listed. So description, check that out. So regular fit. Yeah, nothing too interesting to show me what it is. I don't think it's these though. I'm just based on that grayish stripe up at the top. So the 19s, 21s, what else would we be working with here? So these could actually be them. Let's see. So kind of dulled out a little bit. Track pants. This could also be them as well. So let's check these out. Really, we're just looking for some pretty plain black and white, trying to figure that out there. All right, so I found that item over here on Amazon. So it's this black clear pink. It seems like there's lots of different sizes and stuff as well. So we can just check out all of our different options here. We're basically buying these for like 21 bucks or so if we're getting 30% off. So what I try to do is I'll figure out my cost price. So I'll throw my cost price in there, and then what do I need to buy it for it to be, profitable enough? So 33%, especially with apparel, you want to be picky with your ROIs. So if one of these pairs of pants is selling for 41 bucks, I might be, somewhat convinced, right? So we can check all these different variations here. It looks like this one's currently out of stock as well. So you can see over here on the charts feature, you can see what the price has been over, the last little bit. You can also see the current offer counts and all that. So, jumping in over here, seems like Amazon is currently out of stock. Previously, this item's price has been, $30 to $50. If we're selling these for 50, that'd be pretty sweet. Maybe you can take a risk on something like that. Seems like Amazon was usually selling for a little bit cheaper. So I might maybe not take the risk on that one. We want to check this same product out here. So when we do that, something that's a little bit nicer that I see here is you see how Amazon is that orange price over there in the back. When the buy box line is below Amazon like that, it actually means that third-party sellers are beating Amazon to make some sales. So Amazon is sharing sales with third-party sellers here. I just don't think we have nearly enough margin. Seems like it's more kind of selling for like the $35 range. So, if you want to make a couple bucks profit, you're not going to make a couple bucks profit after returns and all that in apparel. So I would be somewhat careful on that. Really just want to check through all these variations, see what you might have available to you, because we got all the different sizes in stock as well. You can check these out. Let's see what it's looking like on the chart. So when we jump in, we can see another one of these items where it's selling decently consistently for like 35 bucks. So it seems like this is the type of item I would probably skip from here. Maybe you check like the really common size. So, maybe you check the size large in this case, see if that one's selling any faster. But, as we're jumping through here, we're seeing a lot of items that are a little bit too cheap for what we're interested in. And this one actually is a little bit better. You can see it's selling a little bit more consistently in like the $45 range. Yeah, so looking at an item like this where it usually sells for, a little bit higher, this one actually is a little bit interesting, especially for buying these for 21 in this case. That could potentially be a 50% ROI there. The only thing that kind of makes me a little bit hesitant, that a $45 sale price is fairly reasonable based on the past history. You can also use these average buy box numbers as well. So I'll try to use these from time to time as well. So, even on the last 30 days, obviously we wouldn't want to be making all these sales where they're jumping down to, 35 and that kind of stuff. But even the average price for the last 30 days is still 35% ROI. My main hesitation with something like this is buying a 35% ROI pair of pants as we're heading out of winter. Just kind of seasonally might lower the price and that kind of stuff. But right away, finding something that's a little bit interesting, with that 30% code we can stack on top. But really just wanted to show off kind of this SAS feature here. So as we're going through here, it's just going to make kind of really quick work out of a lot of these different listings, help you, identify if it might be interesting. So like right away, we're able to see, we're buying these for 80 over on Amazon. Seems like some of these might be going for, the 60 to 70 range. You could also open up the Amazon page. So it seems like, the max price for these is 80 bucks. We're paying 80 bucks with a coupon. So probably not a ton of margin there. So right away, instead of having to plug that into Amazon and all that, we can kind of speed that up with SellerAmp a little bit there. We could check these slides out. Something like this might actually not be a horrible idea. On the flip side of buying pants, if you're buying slides moving into kind of Q4, it might be somewhat advantageous, although it seems like a lot of the colors that are on sale are like the weirder ones a little bit. This one's not too out of the ordinary, so we could see like what prices do people usually charge for these. So we'd be buying these for 20 to 21-ish, somewhere in there. Seems like a lot of these are being sold for 20. You can see that one, that one's actually been sold for 35, these comfort slides here. So this could be, something that's a little bit close. Seems like, so if our max price on this whole listing is $35 and we're paying 21, it's not going to be worth our time to even look through anything on the listing. So also kind of quick little time saver there, just jumping through there, making sure we don't waste our time and also don't miss any opportunities, right? So I hope you found some value in my live sourcing process there. If you don't have a tool like SellerAmp, you're not able to pull up that data very quickly, make sure you go ahead and activate a free trial with the link down below. You can try it out for 2 weeks, and that first product you find will pay for the subscription for a really long time, right? So take advantage, invest in your business, invest in those tools. It's going to save you hours and hours. If you guys do have any questions or comments, feel free to drop those down below. We're always happy to answer those. If we did add value to your business, if you could also hit the subscribe button and help us out a little bit, and that would be great as well. But I really appreciate you guys watching, and we will see you next time.